think about whatever exercise you want to think about, and then think about what makes you stop in a set. Where do you fail? Which structure in your body fails that leads you to stopping the set? You've got nothing left in the tank because of X. What is that X? Now imagine if that X could be supported. Could be supported, and then you get a couple more reps and a couple of more reps. What is the structure after that X? Right? What is the Y structure? And now imagine you are supporting that Y structure as well. And like, what is the one after that? That is what Hatfield squats are. You are not failing at the first failing structure. You are failing after multiple different failures. So often we do exercise, whatever it is, man, it doesn't really matter what it is. And you fail because the dominant mover in that exercise has failed, has nothing left, and then you stop. Imagine now you continue, basically you support that particular structure and you continue on with the set. Eventually you'll get to a point where something else starts to fail. This is what Hatfield squats are. Yeah, it's a bit of an ego stroke because I'm doing 250 kilos on it and it's far away from my true 1 rep max. But if you step aside from that whole ego conversation, you think to yourself, okay, so what is going on here? Well, clearly, I can support 250 kilos as a whole. I'm supporting whatever the weakness is that doesn't allow me to squat 250 raw. I'm supporting whatever that is with the Hatfield squat. And so I bypass that problem and I keep going. And so what is the structure that fails after that? Well, I can tell you in the few sessions that I've done with Hatfield squats, it feels like my quads start to fail. Right now I'm sitting in the car and I'm feeling my freaking quads hardcore. It's something really, really bizarre to manipulate physics. Essentially, that's what we're doing. I've been somebody that's, since the dawn of my training journey, I've always kind of kept it 100. You know, very raw, very linear, very vanilla, I think the term is. I don't want this supportive, I don't want that supportive, I don't want anything. I just want to do the raw movement in the purest form and just keep doing it until the cows come home. The other side of that particular view is this side, where you're using Hatfield squats with an SSB, with your hands out in front, and you're doing whatever you can do to get over certain positions. Now, if you take that in a vacuum and you compare a top set of raw squats and a top set of Hatfield squats, what's going on there? It's very hard to compare because the Hatfield squats allows you to do more work. And essentially, that's the conversation where it leads to. You're doing more work. Okay, you are cheating the living shit out of these movements, right? You are cheating. Cool, I get it. But because I'm cheating, I'm now doing more work. I'm achieving more work. And work is the thing that we should be measuring. How much work are you doing? Are you pushing yourself to a particular zone, a failed stage, somewhere where you're really exhausted? As long as you are, within your safety parameters and you're not snapping your spine, really, really rounding your back or something really god awful like caving your knees real hard, something that's going to hurt you. As long as you stay away from that and you keep all of the required structures and their integrity prime, as long as you're kind of basing all of that perfectly, just go after work. And these Hatfield squats, man, I don't know what's going on. I keep watching these replays and these clips that I've recorded today and the other day, and I keep watching. I'm like, what is going on there? I just can't help but think my hands are just preventing me from falling forward. That's all they're doing. It's not so much that they're like I'm pushing up or pushing down my hands. It's not so much that. It's just I'm pushing away from the bar in the sense that I can't fall forward. So then it ends up being like a leg press, essentially. It's a leg press. I've taken away a large portion of the stability problem, and now all I do is push. I just push. The pulling aspect, as in the posterior chain and keeping me erect and the bar being so high and the thoracic extension, erect as all of that stuff, is pretty much now being supported because my hands are now rooted to the bar. And so you start to kind of think to yourself, this is really interesting. So my legs are strong enough, let's say, to leg press this away and up. but my back is not strong enough. My stabilization is not strong enough. And now how do we entertain that idea? How do we walk away from this session and think to ourselves, okay, so my legs are strong enough because the bar is coming up. So what is it that is failing me in the stability? And stability is one of those not very sexy words. It's like, whatever, man. How many kilowatts you got? No, man, like stability is your traction. Stability is probably should be more discussed than the horsepower of your car. How stable are you? How stacked can you be under that weight? Because deviating away from the optimal bar path just has you defeated, man. The enemy is scattered all over the battlefield, and we're picking them off one by one. Stay within your formation. Stay locked in, shield to shield. They can't do anything to us. They can't do anything to us when we are stuck together. There's no weakness. But as soon as we cower away and you start running away from the flanks and we start chickening out, all of a sudden we're all dead. That's the stacked feeling that I think about when I think about training. Stick together. That stability is what makes you strong. Can you train that with the pink dumbbells, waving it around in a windmill, and then balancing on one leg and then tickling the wall with your big toe? All these fancy little exercises. Can you achieve that stability with that? Or do you have to put 250 on your back in a yoke and walk that shit across the backyard? Put some heavy ass farmer's carry and take it for a walk. Heavy, where your shoulders want to detach. Take a suitcase carry, take that around. Take a sandbag, a rock, carry that around. What is better? Absolute weight or pink weights balancing on your tippy toes? What's going to give you more stability? What's going to give you more carryover? This is a question that's been on my mind. Do I go away from here and start marching around the backyard? Or do I just take a freaking heavy ass farmer carry and I take that shit for a walk? What is going to be more beneficial for me when I'm thinking about 250 kilo on the barbell trying to squat it? Interesting, isn't it? Appreciate you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.